Question. Suppose you are the pilot of a small plane flying due south between northern Ontario and Barrie. You want to reach the airport in Barrie in 3 hours. The airport is 450 kilometers away, and the wind is blowing from the west at 50 kilometers per hour. Determine the heading and airspeed you should use to reach your destination on time. We use P to represent the plane, and we use A to represent the air, and we use E to represent the earth. And you are here, and the airport in Barrie is here. It's to the south of you, and the distance between you and the airport in Barrie is 450 kilometers. You want to reach the airport in 3 hours. So the velocity of the plane relative to the earth just equals 450 divided by 3 hours and equals 150 kilometers per hour, and the direction is south. Then it says the wind is blowing from the west at 50 kilometers per hour. The wind blows from the west, so the direction of the wind is east. Wind is just the air, so the velocity of the air relative to the earth equals 50 kilometers per hour, and its direction is east. Now the question asks to determine the heading and airspeed you should use. So it asks for the velocity of the plane relative to the air. It asks for this velocity, this relative velocity. We know that the velocity of the airplane relative to the earth equals the velocity of the plane relative to the air plus the velocity of the air relative to the earth. I draw the graph. This is the velocity of the plane relative to the earth, and this is the velocity of the air relative to the earth. Now this vector is just the velocity of the plane relative to the air, because this equation shows the relationship among the three velocities, and this angle is a right angle, and this angle is theta. From this graph, we know that the magnitude of the velocity of the plane relative to the air equals the magnitude of the velocity of the air relative to the earth square plus the magnitude of the velocity of the plane relative to the earth square. Then this equals square root 50 square plus 150 square, and this equals 158.11 kilometers per hour. And the angle theta equals arc tan theta. The magnitude of the velocity of the plane relative to the earth divided by the magnitude of the velocity of the air relative to the earth. Then this equals arc tan theta 150 over 50 and equals 71.57 degree. So the velocity of the plane relative to the air is magnitude 158.11 kilometers per hour, and the direction is west 71.57 degree toward south. Because this direction is west and this direction is south,